Hey, Batesville Bobcats. This is Dr. Hal Harrell here down at Batesville with Mr. Felicitos Flores. We're going to talk about and share some of the procedures, protocols that we'll have this school year as we begin our school year. We want to show you what our campus is going to look like, some of the dynamics that we'll see when our kids come into campus, and everything from the hallways to the drop-off, cafeteria, classrooms. We're going to cover it all. And if there's anything that we didn't cover that you've got a question about, parents, students, give one of us a call, because we don't think of everything that you may be thinking of, but we want to answer all your questions. So again, we're here today, Batesville Elementary, here with Mr. Felicitos Flores, principal of Batesville School. Mr. Flores, tell us what we're looking at.
Okay, so what you're looking at right now, we have a blue line on the floor that's going to be for our students to know in what direction to walk. Basically, they're going to stay on the right side of this blue line with the 6 feet. Social distancing is recommended for safety precautions. What we did, we purchased some hula hoops to where the students in pre-K to second, they're going to be able to have the hula hoops, and that way pre-K students know, okay, if I'm here, then I'm too close to you right now, I need a step because my hula hoop it's this way, and you have a second hula hoop there. So
do I need to check one out when I come to campus?
You maybe do, but since you're not in pre-K, we're good.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to use some of that hand sanitizer as they come in and walk in the classroom. As they walk in the classroom, they'll be able to have that social distance space of 6 feet. As you can see in our desks, we space them out for every 6 feet so that students are not in close proximity to each other.
And your kiddie table that you're describing is this half moon table that's back here that has the teacher's chair.
Yes, that's correct.
Where students would go and sit, have some one-on-one instruction.
That's right.
Good. Good. One thing I do want to point out, over here at the sink, we will be retrofitting the water faucets with non-touch water faucets. So students, if you have a cup you like to bring for water, we won't be able to drink out of a water fountain like we have done traditionally, but we will be retrofitting and putting in some water fountains that are non-touch, that you can walk up and fill your glass, your cup.
Parents are allowed to drop off students starting at 7 a.m. So in between 7 a.m. to about 7:30, if you drop off your child, there'll be a paraprofessional here waiting at the stairway to come greet your child and come greet the parent. They'll open the car door. They'll escort the student into the cafeteria. 7:30, usually the teachers come in at that time and they pick up the students from the cafeteria. Breakfast will be in the classrooms. As far as if anyone is late, if you come in, for example, after 7:30 or maybe 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9:30, the parent will drive up again, but at that point, we're going to ask the parents to please call the front office.
Good.
So when you call the front office, somebody from the front office will come down. We won't be able to have parents in the front office or visitors this school year due to COVID, but we will be trying to have as many, for example, virtual meetings as we can, for example, for ARDS or LPAC meetings or 504 meetings. If a parent is adamant about meeting face-to-face, they would have to meet with me in my office, and then the art committee would meet in a separate room separately where they normally meet. But as far as our meetings or our teacher conferences, or like I said, our 504s, LPACs, or spec ed meetings, all of those are going to be, for the most part, virtually.
Good. And one thing, when our students arrive and parents drop them off, they need to have their face coverings.
That's right. It's very important. Thank you for reminding me, Dr. Hal. Face coverings are very important. Parents, please help us with that. Have your child come to school with a face covering every single day.
Yeah.
For the first 4 weeks of school, backpacks will not be allowed at school. So we will not be having students carry backpacks during the school.
Good.
First 4 weeks.
Good. Mr. Forrest, you brought me into the room I like the most on every campus, which is the cafeteria. So explain to us what our setup will be here for our students.
Okay, Dr. Harrell. Well, in the cafeteria, if you can imagine a classroom coming into the cafeteria with 6 feet of distance in between each student. They come into the cafeteria line. They're gonna have the hot meal ready, but it's gonna be in to-go boxes. So that way they don't take too much time in there. There's
Go through pretty
they'll be
quick, they won't
flowing-
be standing and.
Correct. They're going to be flowing through pretty quick. Nobody's going to be standing in a line. So it's going to be one class at a time in the full services line. They grab that box. They come down and sit down at one of these tables. But everybody's going to be facing the front to where on these tables, if you can see these long tables, basically you can sit. We can probably sit 2 students per table, so that we can have the 6 feet social distancing in effect. So what that's going to tell us, we won't have more than 22 kids in the cafeteria at one time.
Okay.
So for this huge cafeteria for 22 kids, that's pretty spaced out. So we'll have about 22 kids here, and where are the other students going to eat? Well, the other students are going to eat in the classroom or in the outside picnic tables.
Okay.
But what we're going to have is a rotation schedule to where at least every single class gets an opportunity either to eat in the cafeteria or at the picnic tables at least once a week or at least every 6 school days.
Good. It's a good plan. Mr. Flores, you had mentioned in our cafeteria just a minute ago that there'd be an opportunity for students to maybe eat outside. Is this the area that they would be at?
Yes, sir. This is the picnic area we have. Students will have the option to be able to come and eat outside. Like I said, we're not going to put more than 22 students in the cafeteria. So at that point, we'll have a rotation schedule. So every class will have an opportunity at least once a week or every 6 days to come out and eat here at our designated outside picnic area for our students. So
Good.
we're going to tie that into PBIS.
Good. So the class would actually go through the line in the cafeteria and carry their tray out here, their box out here?
That is correct. That is
Okay.
correct. They go through the cafeteria line, pick up their lunchbox, and then come out over here, escorted by one of the paraprofessionals.
I think that's a great idea. Here in the shade, under this big ash tree, is where I'd be.
That's right. That's where I want to be too.
Yeah. Mr. Forrest, we moved back here into the office, and I just want to say that we mentioned earlier about face covering for students. And I just also want to make sure that everybody understands teachers, staff, whatever role they play for the school district will be wearing face coverings as well. So we've moved in here to your office area.
You see, we even installed a plexiglass here at the front counter of the office. That's the type of plexiglass that we're going to have at the kidney tables for our one-on-one instruction. So it's going to be a good first day when we all come back.
Absolutely. One last thought I want to share with parents. Parents, when you do come to campus and you do have that meeting set up with Mr. Flores, you'll need to call the office and go through a health screening, but we'll come to your car. There'll be somebody from the campus designated to come to your car. They'll go through the health screening with you, take your temperature, and ensure that we can meet face to face, that we meet all those requirements. And parents, also as superintendent of the schools, I want to mention to you that I really appreciate you filling out the online survey, the sign up. You will have one more opportunity if you got more information and changed your mind. Within the first 2 weeks of school, and probably right about 2 weeks before school starts, we'll send another survey out to you.
So parents, thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you on the first day of school.
Students, parents, Bobcat Nation, I just want to say thank you. I look forward to seeing you. It's been way too long, but whatever choice you make as a family, I'm going to respect that. I've just been ready to get school started. So we'll see you first day of school.